GM fam, welcome back to Value Vibes, where we talk live about Solana NFTs with your hosts Zircon, Soul Investor, and myself, Phil X Contreras. Everything about the drama, the love, and the vibes. Things like if Magic Eden has a Pokemon, and if the point system is a meta. Zircon, Soul Investor, what's up? What's going on?
Hello, I'm here, dogs again. Now, I finally fixed the issue with my camera. Apparently, it was my PC. I just didn't think about restarting it, so it was an easy solution. But yeah, we're here to talk about many things that are coming up. We have some news on Knittables as well. We've seen the Claynosaurz airdrop in the past few days. And as you mentioned, we have some news about the Magic Eden point reward system that is going on. I want to talk about that because I didn't get the whole idea. So maybe you guys can guide me a little bit more. But happy to discuss here in NFTs again.
For sure. What's up, Soul Investor? How you doing, man?
Dude, I'm doing good. Woke up yesterday to see this Magic Eden sort of, what do we call it? Sort of
I guess it's like a point system. Rewards, yeah, rewards. Rewards sounds better.
I like it. I think it's great. I think it's a really, really good idea. It's just another example of Magic Eden constantly innovating. It just encourages me to trade more on Magic Eden, to be honest.
Right. And I'll bring it up right here, but here it is basically Magic Eden buddies. Gotta catch them all. Sign in today for Magic Eden rewards beta. Start earning points for buying and selling NFTs. Points get featured perk and bins. I don't know. Is it really buddies? Because I thought it was a joke. I thought it was an inside joke. Unless I'm not catching on.
Dude, we gotta tell easy. We gotta hit up easy. This is copyright infringement.
Maybe Easy saw this. Well, these. Oh yeah, he says it right there.
There you go. So, can you click on that? I want to see what the replies are.
Oh, for sure. Like, send them a decease and assist for the derivative.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, I thought it was a joke the whole time. I didn't know that was real.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I don't know how I feel about this now.
I'm sure they're gonna change it. What do you think, Zircon?
Yeah, mostly. I mean, we all hear the word buddies, and the first thing we think about is bodega. So they definitely gonna change it. I don't see Magic Eden holding this for a long time. They must change the name. Yeah, I mean, you have like a million options to just change the name, and you decide to pick up buddies.
I mean, look, here's the way I'm seeing it, all right? I think this is great marketing for the Bodega Buddies, because if this turns into a collection of any sort, Magic Eden can put a flag on it and call it like Bodega Buddies Derivative or something like that. It will attract a lot of attention to the Bodega Buddies. So...
Even Cody says...
First thing you see. Yeah, it's the first comments you see.
No way you call them Magic Eden buddies. Man, I honestly thought it was a joke. I thought it was like, joke, nice one. And I just kept reading. But I guess it's not. But what do you think of this this little
I like that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Well, you have seen it on just the post. It gives me Pokemon vibes, but they put like gotta catch 'em all. So there you have the reference. There's like too many references to copyright infringement right here.
Yeah, and it seems like it says discover your level, sign in with your main wallet, then connect each of your sub wallets to discover your magic buddy and find what level you are. So it'll go from level 1, then you go into like from like a Bulbasaur to what you call it, a Saurosaurus, and then what's the third Pokemon level of Bulbasaur?
Venusaur.
Venusaur, yeah, Venusaur. Yeah, and then
then it stops.
It's pretty cool.
That's where it stops for Pokemon. Sorry,
Yeah.
I
Phil,
like
can,
it.
can you scroll lower? Because I saw, I'm sorry to keep going on this, but I saw the Bodega Buddies official
Oh,
channel
you
comments,
did.
and I just want to see what they wrote. Yeah. Sorry, I haven't scrolled through
Oh,
these comments, and I'm
all
finding this
right.
fascinating.
All right. That's it. You'll be hearing from our lives. Be prepared for a cease and desist. Damn.
Oh,
Damn. Oh,
wait, Magic Eden is going back and forth with them? You got to open up this thread.
cease and desist. CND. CDs nuts. Oh man. Dude, this is I didn't
Sorry,
notice.
can you click on show replies?
Oh, the replies are gonna be and say, sorry, we are only to seeing nuts that are big. Are you seeing this? Oh man, get on my level. Oh dang. Dude, this is an insane thread. We have seen bigger. Hot damn. Man.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
this but
That
yeah,
was great.
for sure. So is this point season? Are we seeing a meta switch right now? It seems like it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't. I mean, I always like when things change, but I want to see what's like the actual impact on the ecosystem. If they bring like something, I don't know, like they used to like restrict your wallet for the mints. I don't know if you've seen that for some mints. Like the first thing that comes to my mind is rifters. You have to have like 10 sol on your wallet and have traded 10 sol. I think something like that. And maybe this kind of point system might be a filter in the future for future mints. Maybe I've seen it like, well, we discussed this with one founder. I cannot remember the project.
Frank the Gods, the Utes.
No. He came to the podcast, but I cannot remember the guy's name. That he
G-Con?
talked. No, G-Con,
Or
no. Oh, I cannot remember. It doesn't matter.
Snooze.
Yeah, I think it was News. The one that mentioned that he was gonna make like a wallet tracker in order to be able to apply for their whitelist
Parrot
platform.
Tools.
Parrot Tools. There you go.
Yeah.
And something like this applied to the point system in order of how much you trade. Maybe I'm just thinking out of my mind. I don't really know, but I want to see what they bring with the point system rewards. The rewards is the main thing that I want to see how it's being played.
Yeah, you'll earn every 5 points every 1 soul. So Solmus, do you think the point system is gonna work in the long term? Like you got Utes coming in with this point system, you have Magic Eden now. Is this gonna take over staking? And is this better?
I mean, when you talk about staking, it's a completely different thing. We've seen things like Utes. Well, we can start with Utes. Things like Utes really use this point system. I think it was originally started by Moonbirds, if I'm not mistaken, on Ethereum. I'm curious to see sort of what are the rewards from this point system and how and why is it better than staking. I mean, I've never been a fan of tokens. I'm still not a fan of tokens.
No,
I think Taiyo Robotics token will be really good. But other than Taiyo Robotics, I don't like any other token. So I'm open to this point system. I just want to see what projects do with it. In terms of Magic Eden, I mean, look, they've rolled this out somewhat in the middle of the month. I think the answer will come in January, whether this is a great thing or not. And look, I'm not going to speculate too much on it, but I'll probably buy into 1 or 2 projects towards the end of December, just in case we see that bump of volume come up in January, just to capitalize on this point system early in the month. So then throughout the month, you have that lower fees. It's interesting. It's interesting. I like the dynamic.
I like it. Yeah. It reminds me of credit card rewards because I'm kind of, I don't want to say addicted to it, but I follow a very, very specific rule with these cards. Like with Chase, the 524 rule, like I buy 5 credit card. Like there's so much gameplay into this. It's almost like an NFT gamification system in a sense. So like, you know, I got this optimizations where you got the MX cards, the Chase cards, and I got like over like 13 cards right now. It's insane, but I don't use them. I'm not in depth. It's just part of the game. Now with Magic Eden, it's almost similar. Like, you know, you I'm sure people are gonna figure out how to get the best points, where and how to play this out, and I do enjoy it because you know it brings people to stay in your platform, in the long term, like because you know they're going in there for the points, and we'll see.
Yeah, one interesting thing you can do is you can go on Tensor and Elixir, and you can sort of do this where you find arbitrage opportunities between the floor price on Magic Eden and then the instant sell price on Tensor. And even if you're just breaking even, you can like go back and forth with a bunch of projects that you don't even like and just like keep breaking even just to rack up those points. I guess that's a really interesting way to do it.
Yeah.
The all right. So we also have something else that basically came out, which is the clay makers from Claynosaurz. Have you guys seen these clay makers? And what do you think of this one, Zircon?
I've seen the NFT, but didn't research much on the utility that it has. I like it. I like how they are playing the airdrop things, but I'm not quite sure if there's already mentioned a utility for it, or what's the main opportunity that you can see by buying one, if there is any. That's the only thing. I've seen the NFTs and I like them.
Yeah. I mean, these things are like, there's theories behind it on what it's gonna do, and people are right now are playing this game. Like you have different types. You have the blues, which is not the best. Then you have the best ones, which are the golds, and these golds supposedly are gonna bring a lot of value. I mean, a lot of these are selling pretty high. As you can see, 120 Solana right there, but there is one thread which was actually well thought out, and overall, he basically says that he thinks like these Claynosaurz, somehow they're gonna involve with these clay makers, basically somehow give new attributes to the actual Claynosaurz.
Oh yeah,
characters.
the thing we saw earlier on the Claynosaurz thing, that we saw the new attributes that were gonna come in the future. Yeah, I remember.
So that's where this is going. It's definitely a nice mint that came out, and it's definitely going to be adding on to the whole Claynosaurz ecosystem. But we also have something else that's coming out called that rugged Poverty Boys. This project came out like a week ago, and it literally just like it kind of, the Discord disappeared, but the actual project is still on Twitter. Have you guys seen this?
What is this project all about?
Poverty Boys. Well, I don't know what's about, but I just know it rugged. So let me show you right here. Treasury turned prop shop with holder rev share 2022 Poverty Boys supply. That was basically like the main theme right there. Generational debt made by degens for degens. The art overall, it wasn't that cool as well, but I would say there was like maybe a couple of red flags here and there, but overall, like it could have been minted from me if there was a lot of hype. There were people following it, so like it's not like like I would have known that was gonna be a rug, but I'm surprised that there was a rug during this time frame. A bear market, like I never thought that would happen, but here we are with
Yeah.
one already coming out in some way.
Yeah, I had some red flags about this one. When they first came out, they pumped like crazy for a couple of days. And I don't like when that happened and no one is talking about the project. I mean, no one on my environment were even mentioning Poverty Boys. It was like it was pumping and no one said me like, yo, Zircon, check Poverty Boys, look at this project. They are doing this and that, and they are pumping like crazy. It was like, what's going on with with these things that are pumping like crazy and are ugly? But I don't. So I never even think about buying them. It was a straight red flag for me, and I stay away just in case this happened because I've seen it before. Even though Mischievous Maxis was a completely different thing, but I've seen it before, so I never trust projects that pump this high and that no one is mentioning them.
Did you guys ever mint any of the Balloonsville's NFTs?
No, I didn't get to that point.
I was so close. I was so close to minting Balloonsville. I don't know if you were there, Soul Investor, during the whole that whole phase, because
Man.
Easy Eats was talking about the project too at that time, and it was insane. But I missed it out because I fell asleep.
I mean, look, I didn't mint it. I also didn't buy it on secondary because at that time Sol was pretty high, and I wasn't sure where this is going to go. So it kept pumping. It kept pumping. It crashed down. This guy went on Twitter and he just went ham on Magic Eden, and it dropped all the way to like 0.2, 0.4, and look, I wasn't invested in this project, so I was looking at it from the outside. I thought the stuff he was saying to Magic Eden was so funny.
Yeah, at that
And
time, yeah.
it dropped to like 0.3, 0.4. And I'm like, I'm thinking of buying in just because like this is really funny. And unfortunately, I didn't have the experience to like, I didn't have the experience I have now where everything I look at, I can connect it to markets. So I just didn't think to myself that Magic Eden would derug this. And I'm looking at it and I'm like at 0.4 and I'm like, should I just pick up like 10 of them? And immediately, as soon as I start thinking that, half an hour later or whatever, Magic Eden derugs them. They fly all the way to 4 Sol. I'm thinking to myself, I could have made like 40 Sol when Sol was at like 100. That would have been like a $4,000 trade. So I faded them as well, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, that was an interesting time frame as well. Now, the other thing, I think we just lost Zircon, and I'm sure he'll probably be back, or he probably couldn't take these rugs. But we have Phantom Wallet, who they basically are coming out with these wallet pinned NFTs. I haven't tried it out yet, and here we got Zircon's back, but I haven't tried it out yet. Zircon, have you seen these pinned NFTs on Phantom Wallet? Have you tried it out?
I've seen it.
I can't do it, but I've seen it. I've seen people do it on Twitter. So I was saying like if anyone else can try to pin their NFTs, because it's something that I always want to do because I got this long list of NFTs everywhere, and it would just be a lot better if I could just pin it. But obviously I don't have it. So like showing it right here are my NFTs, and I can't do anything about it.
No, I don't have it either.
I still have zombies. Yes.
I don't know, hold it to the moon or like to the ground.
Now, here's the crazy thing. Somehow I got these. Well, no, I don't think. I think these are fakes. But I got these 5 right here. I don't know if they're actually part of the collection. But yeah, it's all screwed up right now with these zombies. But hopefully they fix it up. But yeah. These pinned ones, I hope they do come out. I'm gonna really need them with these wallets I have, but overall we'll see how it plays out. And in other news, we have something else coming out that basically did very well. Knittables Crystals, Soul Investor or Zircon. Do you guys have you guys any news on this?
Yeah, They are basically the same as sardines for Claynosaurz in terms of utility right now. The only thing you get by buying a crystal is the possibility to receive an airdrop of a free knittable. So it's like buying a knittable for 74 sol right now. But they said there's gonna be extra utility in the future that they didn't mention yet, and that's the main reason to buy a crystal, basically to get a free knittable without the need of actually getting whitelisted and minting one on the mint date. So for people like you, Phil, that forget or or that fall asleep during mints, it's the perfect opportunity to get your knittables anyway.
What the hell? So, so that's basically the main reason why they pumped.
Yeah, because the snap. I mean, this is great news because if the snapshot is being taken tomorrow, that they already announced it, it means that we are not that far away from the mint. I mean, maybe it's gonna be before Christmas, maybe.
Ah, wow. They're at. Am I reading this wrong? Wait. I'm at low highs. 57. How the hell is that 57?
They went higher. They went at like 74.
Yeah, I saw them
Am I reading?
yesterday at 74.
Oh, this is the.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
no,
the
yeah, it's
trolley
the same.
actually likes the arts as well. So that's good to
The
see.
art's pretty
That's
cool.
good to see. Dude,
The
these
chimp-
kids are so talented.
Yeah,
Dude,
The
the
we were
champions. I
talking
remember.
about these when they had basically 0 followers. When they had like what 2,000, 3,000 followers, something like
Yeah,
that. We
yeah,
were
yeah.
talking about these guys.
yeah. I've been chasing these guys for the longest time. And actually sorry because most of the time I follow these kind of projects and they start getting hype, I don't get my whitelist. That's how it goes. If I see a project that I see it's gonna do well in the future, once the hype is there, I cannot get my whitelisted. And I don't know how, but Danny got whitelist for for the DAO, and I actually got whitelisted for this project. So I'm kind of hyped right now.
Dude, shout out to Danny, man, because I
Yeah.
mean, we told him about this project, but like it's, we started asking for whitelist after we started talking about it. And we told Danny, hey, look, this thing is pretty hyped. Can you get us whitelist? The dude came back the next day with whitelist spots.
Yeah, one thing
Shat-
that's one thing I love from Danny, that even here he's working really hard here in the bear market, just because he really enjoy making money. So I remember back in the day when we have like 7 mints a week. It was like he couldn't handle those many projects. He even had to, I don't know, more than 100 servers on Discord. Now it's like, hey Danny, can you get us whitelist for this? Yeah, give me a sec. I'm gonna contact the collab manager, and he gets whitelist because no one is asking for whitelist right now.
I just found his Twitter,
Yeah,
and
that's
I
him.
can't believe I was not following him. I just pressed follow right now. I was like, oh my god, I felt so insulted on myself. Like, how dare myself? Like, not like. Anyways, here's Danny. Make sure you follow him. Danny NFT underscore. Definitely, on Discord. That's how I found him, was here. Like, good thing he had this Twitter thing on here.
Yeah,
But yeah, Danny is definitely awesome and a cool dude overall. So shout out to him.
yeah.
Now we also have Liberty Square that pumped as well.
Yeah.
No one seems to figure out why it pumped, but it's been on 8 Sol right now, and it's gone up to like 13 Sol, which
Wow.
which was a lot of people were expecting it to come back up, and it for sure did. So if I could find it here somewhere. Overall, I mean, it's a great project. The founder, he is everywhere. He is at every event out there in the US. This guy
Yeah.
goes everywhere. He goes in spaces on every space I see out there. So these guys are definitely grinding in the bear market.
Yeah. He's one of the he's one of the definition of networking. If you look for what networking is, you'll find the Liberty Square founder because he's everywhere. You
Yeah.
join spaces of, I don't know, of anyone on the space on the Solana ecosystem, and you see him right there. He's really, and he's the cool thing is that he's really open to chat and to interact. If you just contact him on the Liberty Square Discord, that's at least that's what I've heard of him. Because Zero, one of our DAO members, he holds a squirrel since the mint, and he have told me that the founder is a really really cool guy, and that if you ever need to, I don't know, ask him something about the project, he's willing to answer.
Yo, I just had a freaking moment right now. Since he's on every single space and thing out there, he could probably come here and talk to us.
I don't see why not.
I mean, why not? Just give us some scoop on what's going on with Liberty Square.
That would be very nice, actually.
Yeah, I'll try to give him a shout out. Go ahead, Soul Investor.
I was going to start talking, but then my neighbor's dogs are just going crazy for some reason.
Yeah, I saw that you were. I
Don't
saw
worry,
that you
don't worry.
muted yourself. But yeah.
Dude, I don't even understand these dogs. Like half the time they're looking at the floor and barking. I don't know what's wrong with them. But another thing that pumped was Alpha Pharaohs.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Alpha
dude,
Pharaohs.
so hard. Dude, shout out to Snooze. We got to get him on next week.
Guess where it's at right now? Guess where it's at?
Dude, I'm guessing 7 Soul. I'm guessing
7 Soul right now.
Dude, when these things were at
7.84.
1,
One someone we
what
were
a
talking
surprise.
to him.
Dude,
I think it was one someone we were talking to,
saying-
right?
Yeah, we were saying this is so undervalued at 1 Soul.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks later, 7
Oh
Soul.
my
And you know
God,
what?
this is insane.
It's a straight line up. This team works so hard. They work so hard. Really, really smart guys. Couldn't be more proud of them. Couldn't be more happy for them. I mean, this is just awesome to see. This is awesome to see.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Hopefully, I think he'll stop by next week maybe, or we could talk a little bit.
Yeah, because I want to know, like, why did it take so long for people to realize what Alpha Pharaohs is building? It should be an interesting conversation, but these guys have always had the best alpha. They've always just constantly been building. These guys were a degen mint. They minted for like 0.1, 0.2 around there. Yeah. Oh man, but the community is super psyched. I was in the Discord earlier, and I think even right now they're in like the top buys for like the 1 hour chart on Magic Eden. So we'll see how high these things run. We'll see what they have upcoming. We'll speak to Snooze next week, and yeah, I mean, look, all the best to them. All the best to them. As for Liberty Square, Phil, the thing is, you were talking about picking up a Liberty Square at 7 Soul. Now, none of us had time to do a full deep dive onto it, but
Yeah.
about 2 weeks later, they were still sitting at 8 to 9 Soul. I'm looking at them and I'm like, man, these things aren't dropping, and it's been like 2 weeks since
Oh
Phil
my
mentioned,
God.
should I buy in? And I don't know. I faded them for Taiyo Oils, and I woke up the next morning and I saw like a straight vertical line up to 16 Soul. And I don't even know what happened.
I've been tormented to buy Liberty Square since they were at, I don't know, 8, because as I told you, Zero, we talk like every single day. We're friends, IRL and everything. He's like every single day he's like, yo, you didn't pick up a squirrel. You're still on time. They are at 8. Remember my words. You're gonna regret not buying a squirrel when they were. Oh my God! Let me see. I'm gonna wait, and I will say I'm gonna wait. And here we are. They pumped to 16, and I didn't buy.
Speaking about waiting, the Lily has been on this kind of on the same line around 8.39 Solana right now. It hasn't really gone below or above this. Maybe a little bit above, but like it's still at this level, which is surprising. It's at 13% listing supply.
I like that.
And
I like that.
yeah, definitely beautiful art. Definitely amazing artist, and and founder. It's looking good. It's looking juicy.
Don't they have like some sort of airdrop or snapshot?
I think it already happened yesterday or something. Let me see. I think they did do something. Let's see. 9 legendaries. If the above wall is not, so airdrop was complete. Snapshot. It already happened. 10 legendaries. The first one will be airdrop, but it's not planting. So that's probably where the small little dip was occurring from, but it seems to be holding off right here at the same level.
Yeah, I'm going to let it stabilize for maybe another week and see, and then I might get back in. I'm already invested into Taiyo's, and we didn't go into too much detail on this, but I think it was the last show or the one before that we were talking about BVD Cats. Got in at like 2.7, picked up another few at around 2.9. So currently invested in those. Once those pump, then yeah. So this is super interesting. Sorry, Phil, if you can just go to like maybe the 4-hour chart, just to give a more zoomed out perspective. So you can sort of see an interesting pattern here of them basically pumping to and then reverting, pumping, reverting. You have that massive dip at the bottom, which is the FTX crash, before going back up to about 4 SOL, coming back down, pumping up to around 5 SOL, coming back down. So what these guys are doing, it seems like every sort of major holiday, they release some sort of gamified utility with their trades leading up to the holidays. So, we have Christmas coming up, we have New Year's coming up. I went through their white paper, and they might be releasing another white paper. I'm not too sure about that, but look, I'm willing to speculate on these guys. These guys have been building. Try to get in touch with their team. But look, I know their team is super cool. I just think they were super busy. They just hadn't got back to me. But when you have a solid team that just isn't getting back to you, they're busy doing something. You know what I mean? So I picked up a few. I'm super excited to see where this goes. I think my average is like maybe 2.8, just under 2.8. So I'm looking to sell into volume. Let's see.
Yeah, the crazy thing is, like, with projects on Twitter, like once they go like complete silence, something is happening, and that's usually like the signal right there, or it's a rug. But but or it could be like the Gods team, where if Frank starts talking nonstop, then it's gonna be a bull. It's like one or the other. It's like, not the middle where they tweet. It's like either no talk or too much talk. So
yeah, another thing that's getting me nervous is Lunar. Lunar isn't going to force all. Lunar.
Oh, Lunar.
Phil, Lunar is not going to. It's like you kept picking these up. I kept fading you. Oh god, I faded you so many times. Every time these things touch 4 SOL, you said to buy.
Oh,
I never bought
just
once.
pumped again.
Yeah, dude, this is a problem. And I don't know if they're going to do something for this New Year's. I don't know if they're going to do something for the Chinese New Year's. But man, I just want these to go back to 4 SOL.
Yeah, I was actually right here at this moment. Like I went live yesterday talking about it. It's like, oh, I'm about to buy these. Like if they go to like 4.20, and then they just repumped again. So I'll have to wait again for a little bit. But yeah, Lunar. and if anyone doesn't know, Lunar is a project by the Open DAO. The Open DAO has 12 zodiac signs for these Lunar NFTs and 12 zodiac tokens, which will be converted into Lunar token, which Lunar token hasn't came out yet. It's a 10K collection. So that's basically like the brief rundown on what Lunar is and where they're going.
Yeah.
Another thing that, we forgot to put an update on this, but we were talking about Cyber Samurai. and this was maybe 3 weeks ago. We were talking about them at 3 Sol. They pumped all the way to 6.4 before reverting back to about 5.8 now. So
Yeah.
I think they could bump again as we get close to Christmas. I'm already out of this trade, but I think they could maybe bump again if they do something for Christmas. And then I'll wait for the reversion back down before I buy back in. But just range trading these guys is really, really good. And you
Yeah.
know they're not going to go anywhere. Sheikh he's a well-known founder. He's so dedicated to this project. I do believe one day they're going to break range and just fly up to about 20 Sol, maybe even higher. Not sure when that's going to happen. May happen a year from now, may happen 2 years from now, maybe in a week. Who knows? But been range trading this for a while, and I think one day these are just going to pop off.
Well, I don't know much about this project, but one day I'll look into it. Cyber Samurais. All right. So, Zircon, you got one that you're looking at?
I don't know if you heard the news. This is not something I'm looking at, but we have the Beavis Mint finally coming today, I think. Yeah, today. We have today at 8 p.m. EST. It's gonna be the Beavis Mint, apparently. We've been waiting for this for so long. I got impatient at one point, and then it happened, all the drain ram and stuff. So I'm not gonna be able to mint it just because my past wallet was submitted, and I'm not willing to risk any money just to get a free NFT, even if it goes to, I don't know, to 1 Sol. I'm not willing to risk money to get drained again. So I'm not gonna be able to mint it, but it's coming by today, I think. I haven't seen if it's already announced to be on hyperspace or where, but I've seen the announcement on their Twitter that it's going today. So the day finally came for BBs.
Yeah, well, it's about time because I almost forgot about this project. But yeah, Zion Labs, this guy who basically built this, he built on Web2. He's very known in Silicon Valley area, and Zion Labs has been holding off for quite a while. So you know they actually have a good reputation, compared to other projects. So BB's Mint will most likely stay put, and there'll probably be building happening on it. So there is reputation around here. But yeah, BB's Labs, that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
What else?
And projects that I'm looking at are Taiyo Oil. I'm really trying to buy one for like 20, but it's getting really hard. And it's a matter of time that they announce the mint date, and I'm not gonna be able to buy a 20, but I'm trying to get as lower as possible. I've seen already an announcement about this. I have my doubts about the mint, about the price and everything, and they already announced that the mint price is gonna be straightly related to the price of the Taiyo oil during the snapshot. So, for example, if they make the snapshot and the Taiyo oil floor is at 25, the Taiyo pilots are gonna mint for 28. So if you buy a Taiyo oil, you are gonna get profit anyways. Even if you buy like super expensive, you are gonna get. I mean, unless you bought like, I don't know, in 30. But if you buy in the 20 to 25 range, you are gonna be most likely gonna be able to make profits out of it. Just by the airdrop, without even considering that it's Taiyo and that it's gonna pump, just by the mint price.
It's interesting stuff. This was one that Soul Investor brought out probably like a couple of weeks ago, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, when this all came out. I bought one after he mentioned it. I looked into it, and I was definitely into it as well. So Soul Investor, I mean, what do you think of this whole Taiyo oil situation? Not really a situation, but
so we were calling these at like 10 Sol. Right now it's sitting at 23. I think they still have one, maybe two more pumps in them. I think they're going to go 30 plus. That's where I see these going. And in terms of when the mid date is going to be released, I mean, look, we're on Thursday, right? So I think your last chance to pick this up, if they don't announce it by then, is probably Sunday because I think they're going to announce the mint date within either the next few days or early next week. I think they're going to mint before Christmas, so maybe right after Christmas. It'd be interesting to see what happens, but yeah, it definitely has one or two more pumps in it. I see it going over 30. We've seen the market being stable after the
Yeah.
after the Fed interest rate hike and the CPI data. So pumped, but it didn't pump hard enough that NFT sold off. But I think it's given some stability to the markets such that there isn't this fear that we're going to have a massive sell off in the next 2-3 weeks. Well, in the next 2 weeks, we're probably not going to have a mass sell off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think there's a little bit of confidence in the NFT space because there's going to be a little bit of stability in the crypto space. So, yeah, I see them announcing the mid date within the next few days, and these are going to pump above 30.
Yeah. I'm with you there. I do see it go a little bit above 30, but I think we're in a kind of a difference on when we're gonna sell ours. I'm planning on selling mine at 30. I think yours was like a little bit higher, from what I remember.
Yeah.
Mine's a little bit higher. I mean, look, it depends on the sweep itself because it's
Yeah.
it's a little bit of a ways away from 30. But
Yeah.
if these things just start getting swept up and they break above 31, the floor is so thin. The floor is so thin above 31 that it can easily maybe even peak around 39, depending on how hard the sweep is. But if it's sort of a slow, methodical sweep, then I'm looking at the low 30s. I'm hoping to sell it maybe around, maybe hopefully they break 31. I can sell it between 31 and 35. But I mean, if this thing just gets hard swept, if we just have a bunch of whales just step in and just sweep it, I mean, it's going to 40. So keep a close eye on volume, what's happening with volume, what's happening with listings. If we get that quick sweep, then we're all good. Stocks are going crazy again. If it's sort of slow, methodical sweeps, I think it's going to go just above 30.
Interesting take there. Interesting take. All right. So, overall, I mean, there's a lot of things going on in Solana. A lot of crazy projects going down as well. And, what I would say, in my opinion, some probably ways where I could probably start re-entering again, like the Lily, which we mentioned. And from there on, we have Claynosaurz as well, which is kind of dipping from their whole mint airdrop that happened. And Lunar didn't really, it dropped, but it's coming right back up. So some interesting takes here from Soul Investor, from Zircon as well. Any last words, guys?
Yeah, I mean, dude, looking at Claynosaurz, I mean, we've not actually seen a proper dip. They minted, they revealed. The reveal was the only dip we've ever seen with Claynosaurz. They did the snapshot, they did the airdrop. Still haven't seen a dip. It's just super interesting to watch this project. I just think that the whole account's really, really low from what I understand. And I just think like a lot of smart money holds this project. And I mean, if these things dip to 20, I mean, I'm just going to pick it up and I'm just going to hold it and see what happens, because it could be one of those moonshot NFTs that just run up to God knows how high. But man, I'm also considering picking up at 25. I just want to see how the next week or two plays out. Maybe first week of Jan. Maybe wait until that long. I don't know. But one thing I do know is that these things just aren't pulling back as hard as I think everyone expected them to.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when it was right here, like listing was like at 1,000, and we're finally at the same pricing, and like listings at 354. So, it definitely is interesting on what's going on here. Zircon, any last words?
I'm more looking forward on what's gonna happen in the next following weeks. I'm really looking to Knittables and Taiyo Oil. It's not Taiyo Oil. It's Taiyo Pilots. I'm still hoping that I'm gonna get accepted on the pilot list. I've already submitted mine like a month ago, and I'm still under review. So I don't see that that's gonna happen. But I'm praying that I actually get approved to mint. And if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna just purchase a tile oil and go with that. And that's all for me. Next week you'll see me on a different environment, but I'm gonna be the same guy. Hopefully, I have the same quality in terms of content, and it doesn't affect that. And that's all for me.
Nice, nice, and probably no dogs in the background.
Nah,
Yeah, sorry
hopefully
about that, guys.
Don't worry, don't worry.
And for my last take is the Lily. Am I gonna buy this or am I not gonna buy this? I'm kind of contemplating on myself. You'll find out eventually next week if I'm gonna get into this project at these levels, and as well, Taiyo Oil, something that I'm looking at as well. And that's all we have. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Comment below on anything else you guys want us to talk about. And much love and peace.